Welcome to the masterclass. I'm Caleb G, founder of Activation Agents, and I'm genuinely glad you're here. Over the last 3 years, I've hired more than 10 full-time team members to build and refine the model you're about to learn. And I've personally invested over $350,000 into mastering AI systems, building real voice and text AI agents, and turning this into a business that actually works. If you've spent any time in the AI agency space, you already know the landscape. You've seen the courses, the YouTube tutorials, the build automations and charge hourly model, and you're not new to this. You understand the technology and you know how to build, which is exactly why what I'm about to show you is gonna make a lot of sense very quickly. You see, most people in AI are building solutions and then searching for problems to attach them to. You already know that doesn't work long term. We flipped it. So we actually go into businesses that already have revenue, that already have customers, and already have a database sitting there doing nothing. And the model that we run is we actually monetize the relationships that they already have. The business wins, we get paid a revenue share, and there's no retainers, no trying to justify your fees, and no chasing clients. It's a huge one. That's the model. My team and I run it every single day, and licensed partners are generating 20 to 50K per month, some closing their first revenue share deals within 60 days. These aren't people who needed to figure out the technology, they already had that. What they were missing was the model that actually converted their skills into predictable income. They found it here and they moved. Now, before we dive in, if you haven't downloaded the playbook yet, grab it now. It's designed to follow along with everything I'm about to cover. Most people in this space are one model shift away from everything clicking. This is that shift. In 72 hours, a local service-based business with 2,684 names on a spreadsheet made $111,000. No ads, no cold calls, no new leads. Just 2 AI agents, 1 voice, 1 text, working through an existing database of past clients who hadn't heard from the business in months. By day 3, the business owner's phone would not stop pinging. Every notification was a new sale, and that campaign only cost $1,000 to set up. It returned $111,000. We took a 25% revenue share for building and running it. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly how this works, the agents, the messages, the funnel, the tech, all of it, using that campaign as a live case study. My name is Caleb G, and welcome to the Activation Agents Masterclass. Now, what you're about to learn. Activation Agents is an AI business model that turns a business's existing database, their CRM of names, emails, and phone numbers into new sales using voice and text AI agents. Here's how it works. You partner with a business that has a database of leads. You run 1 text agent and 1 voice agent to work through those leads. The agents sell the business's products or services autonomously. The business delivers, and you take a revenue share for setting up the agents. This playbook is a step-by-step guide to building that business. Inside, I'll walk you through how to find clients, how to run the full campaign delivery, and how we generated $27,750 profit from 1 database in 72 hours on a 25% rev share deal. Now, before we get into the details, let me show you where this all started. I'm going to include a masterclass in the actual playbook, which is what you're actually watching now. What I would recommend is, if you have not watched the masterclass yet, please continue to read the playbook while you actually watch the entire masterclass. They go hand in hand, and it will give you really great context as you're looking to build this business. Now let's get into the founding story. When I was 21, I nearly lost our family home. To launch my first business, a gym called 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙀𝙗𝙀, my parents used the family home as a security to get me a loan. I was young, ambitious, but completely unprepared. And within 9 months, I had taken $200,000 and turned it into just $5,000. Real story. As the business burned cash, the pressure piled on. We were weeks away from losing everything, and that's when I created what I then called the 100K play. Out of necessity, I built a simple plan using the only real asset I had, a database of old leads, no ads, no budget, just names, phone numbers, and a deadline. I mapped the strategy on a whiteboard and launched the 100K play idea, and within 4 weeks, everything changed. I went from losing 10K a month to making 10K a month in profit within 30 days. And that's the moment this model proved itself. 9 months later, I was making over 100K a month. You can't make this up. This play wasn't about hacking Facebook ads or building funnels. It was about closing sales from my database with speed. It saved my business, it saved my family home, and it changed the way that I saw everything. Over the next few years, I ran different versions of the 100K play across multiple industries. I used it to grow one of the fastest growing gyms in Australia with a 12-person team, making 40 to 50K a month in clean profit and complete operational freedom by the age of 23. But the real turning point for me was taking this playbook, digitizing it, and transforming it into a scalable AI model, the one you're learning right now. The Activation Agents is a system which is the evolution of the 100K play, and in many ways, it's 100 times better. This playbook exists so you can skip the stress and go straight to building something powerful, predictable, and profitable right from the beginning. Now, a few weeks later, after running my second 100K play, I bought a weekend car, a very nice M4. With all the mods, it was about 220K. I got a Focus RS for the track for the weekends. And they cost me more than 100K, so I ran the play a few more times. That experience taught me one thing. There's always money in a business's database, and most businesses just don't know how to get it out. That's what I'm going to teach you today. Before I get into the actual case study, I just want to share some lessons with you that may save you a lot of time, stress, and money. Before Activation Agents, I was exactly where you probably are right now, aware that a massive shift was coming and I wanted to capitalize on it. We both know what's ahead. AI is creating the biggest wealth transfer in history. Millions of computer-based workers will be displaced. And just like you, I realized something simple. You're either going to be on the winning side of that transfer, or you're going to be the one transferred out. For longer than I'd like to admit, I did exactly what you're probably doing right now. I listened to the YouTube AI gurus trying to figure out how to make money with AI. I watched every AI business video, joined every school community, built N8N workflows, offered AI audits, tried to sell AI apps, and honestly, I just wasted my time. Online, it looked so easy. 16-year-olds flashing Rolexes and striped screenshots made it feel like I was the idiot who couldn't figure it out. But when I tried it in the real world, it was a nightmare. Business owners would listen politely, then ghost me. The few clients I did sign had me panicking on delivery, and most of the time I ended up refunding them just so I didn't feel like a scammer. And after burning through $150,000, I finally understood what was really happening. I didn't realize that most of the people I was following online talking about getting rich with AI weren't actually making money using the models they sold. They were making money selling courses about those models. Those revenue screenshots were coming from selling a dream, not from real client work. That's why I ended up with theory, no clear offer, and no predictable way to get clients or get new revenue. We actually run the business we teach. As I update this book, we're in the middle of an $80,000 20% rev share deal activation, and I only decided to license the system because I was being flooded with people asking me if they could learn it from me after I was featured on one of the biggest AI YouTube channels in the world. Now, here's the shift that changed everything for me. I stopped listening to the online gurus who showed screenshots of their students closing sales, but never explained how their students were actually delivering on the promises. I stopped asking, what AI thing can I sell? And I started asking, what outcome do businesses happily pay for every single month? The answer was so obvious. More clients and more revenue. Then I asked, what can I do that creates that outcome fast? And the answer was actually very simple. Activations. The same style of campaigns I used to run for my own gym, now powered with AI instead of humans. And that's when the idea hit me. Every business is likely sitting on a database full of missed opportunities like I was. What if I could message and call every lead one by one and turn them into new revenue? One text agent and one voice agent assigned to every lead. That's when Activation Agents was born. And that's the moment everything finally clicked for me. On the left here, you can see a few results that our agents achieved for our previous 5 clients. And on the right-hand side here, you can see a screenshot of my first ever Activation Agents payout. It was one of the most exciting moments of my journey. Now, here's what the online gurus are not telling you. Right now, many AI influencers repeat the same message. Don't target local or small businesses, go after enterprise clients. Do you want to know why they're saying this? It's because they're all teaching people the same commoditized NAN workflows, AI audits, and AI voice agents that small businesses don't need, don't understand, and will never pay any real money for. What commoditized means is there's so many people in the market trying to sell the same offer that everyone is now competing on price. And the problem in the AI space right now is that most people are trying to sell AI services, but they're also competing with people in India, in Philippines, in Pakistan, in Nigeria, who are selling the same offer as you for $3 to $5 an hour. Now you see, these gurus, they're making their money selling theories, and they're not actually delivering any results. Their solutions need technical teams, complex onboarding, and months of setup before anything even works. And by the time it's ready, the client is really just frustrated, the opportunity is gone, and you are the one left holding the blame. So instead of tailoring their AI automations to this market, they tell you to avoid 99.9% of all businesses and go for medium to large size business, aka enterprises. And I want to be clear about something. Small businesses make up 99.9% of all US companies. That's the largest business category on the planet. And the AI gurus online, they're telling you to ignore them. And it's something that really hurt when I finally figured out that this was happening, that most of the businesses on the entire globe are actually being disregarded because a few people are saying to just target medium to large size businesses. And honestly, I was one of them who believed the hype. I really thought that small businesses won't need any AI services because it wouldn't actually be affordable for them, or it wouldn't actually be something that they will need to integrate. But as I did more research, I found so much more. Below here, I've included a reference. If you open it up, you'll be able to see a document which breaks down the entire state of the AI economy in 2025. And will clearly document how 95% of companies who have integrated AI have actually failed to adopt the AI technology into their organization and have now actually reverted back from that technology. You can click here when you're ready and read this in your own time. And here's another article from Forbes that shows that 95% of all AI pilots fail and what business leaders should do instead. You can also click this in your own time and also read that article just so you can see the proof. Now, the market these gurus are telling you to avoid is not only the biggest, it's also the easiest to reach and close clients. Go after enterprise, they say. Enterprise means 3-month sales cycles, endless stakeholders, late night stress about delivery, and in many cases, refunds. Local and small businesses, they are the real gold mine. They're just one Facebook message away, one conversation at your gym, maybe your uncle's friend with a dental practice, or your neighbor who has a landscaping company. These owners care about one thing. Can you bring me new clients and can you get me more sales? That's it. If you can say yes to that and back it with a simple activation agents campaign, they don't care what type of AI model you've used. All they care about is the result. Activation agents is built for the market everyone else abandoned, the 99%. You see, small businesses don't need complex workflows. They need new clients and new revenue, and they're sitting on databases full of past leads, a literal gold mine they don't know about, which you can help them mine and be paid handsomely for. And here's the best part. Every one of these business owners already knows they need to implement AI. I want you to think about this for a second. You're helping a business bring AI into their operations, and they're getting paid to do it. The AI agents you launch for them aren't a cost, they're generating real revenue. It's a really important frame which you need to instill in yourself about this particular type of activation model. Now, here's why their students generally will fail, and you might be one of them already. They're selling theories, whereas we're selling outcomes. A lot of the AI gurus, they need the business to understand AI. We just deliver the business customers. They need technical implementation, we just plug and play. They need weeks of setup, we're live in days. They need enterprise budgets, we can work with any budget, even $0 upfront. While everyone else runs up market because their solution doesn't work for small businesses, we're capturing the 33.3 million businesses that are left behind, the 99.9%. And this is what happens to the people who generally follow the advice of the online gurus. And this actually happened to me as well. So I want to share this with you. They sign a client with a vague offer, panic on delivery, hire a VA or try and run it themselves, disappoint the client, lose them, and then start the whole cycle again from zero. I call this the agency constraint cycle. And almost every agency owner I've spoken to has lived some version of this. Now, if you're trying to run an AI agency or any type of agency, this will rarely be something that you understand very clearly. So again, step one, you'll be chasing clients. And generally it's with a generic, commoditized, as I explained before, offer. The client signs on step two, and then you'll feel stressed. Step three, you'll either deliver the service yourself or hire a VA. And if you hire a VA, you'll then hope they do a good job, which is hardly ever the case. Step four, the client is then generally disappointed. So you're left trying to find a solution. Step five, they're not seeing results that they were promised, and then they end up leaving. And number six, you restart the cycle again. You persist, stuck in a self-created constraint cycle until you give up. And this seems to be the 6 steps that most agency owners will go through, including myself. So if you have actually experienced this, again, this is going to be something that's really clear for you to now understand why you are stuck. Activation Agents was built specifically to break that cycle, and here's how it works. When we run an Activation Agents campaign, we firstly start with a database. Every Activation Agents campaign starts by unlocking the value inside a business's existing customer database. The names, emails, and phone numbers of past clients and leads are where the hidden revenue lives. Most businesses have no idea they're actually sitting on this gold mine. Step number 2, we'll start building some automations. With the database ready, it's time to plan and build your automations. This includes crafting the offer you'll send to leads, setting up the funnels, and building the back-end automations that run the entire system. Step number 3 is connecting your revenue rack. A revenue rack is a rack of physical phones that your text agents can use to receive and send thousands of messages at zero per message cost, giving you ultra-high margins and the freedom to scale without worrying about messaging fees on platforms like Twilio. Number 4 is you'll actually set up the voice and text AI agents. Now it's time to build and train your agents. These voice and text AI agents are the core of the entire system. They text and call the leads and have unique one-to-one conversations with them and autonomously sell the business's products or services. Number 5, you'll launch the agents. Now that you have built the automations, connected your revenue rack, trained up your agents, you'll finally launch them, and with a click, your agents go live and start texting and calling the leads in the database. From there, conversations turn into bookings and sales, and results begin to compound. Once the campaign ends, the partner business delivers the service, and you collect your revenue share on the sales generated. That's the what. Now here's the fix. Welcome to the expansion cycle. This is the future with activation agents. I'm going to show you this exact 6-step process that we've built, which I now call the expansion cycle. Number 1, we attract clients. You open a waitlist in your niche and nurture the right clients into it. Number 2, you partner with the client on an activation. They pay you $2K to $5K upfront to access your agents and run the campaign. Step number 3, you will then set up the agents using your white label software suite, automations, lessons, and coaching from our team if you do decide to be a partner, and then you will then set up the agents. Number 4 is you will launch the agents. You launch your activation agents to their database and deliver exceptional results in as little as 7 days. Number 5, it's time for a payout. Customers come back to the business and buy the new products or services that the agents has activated them on. The business gets paid, and you get paid your revenue share just for setting up those agents. And number 6, you're able to actually retain the clients that you signed. You can activate their database every 3 to 4 months. These clients will refer other businesses, and growth compounds almost on autopilot. Now, as an agency owner, again, if you were stuck in the constraint cycle, you can now see a path out of your situation with the newly presented expansion cycle. Now, let me show you this in action. Here's the campaign that generated $111,000 in 72 hours, broken down step by step. But before we get into the case study, there's something you need to understand about timing. We are in the golden window. The technology to run activation agents campaigns at this level has only become reliable within the last 90 days. Not 6 months ago, not a year ago, right now. The software works, the agents actually do what they're supposed to, the integrations are stable, and most importantly, the market has no idea this is coming. Most of the small business owners we target haven't been burned by AI promises yet. They're open, they're curious, and when you show up with a system that generated $111,000 from a single database in 72 hours, they listen. That window closes the moment this gets crowded. And I want to be clear about this. The people who move now are the ones who will build case studies first, lock in niches, and establish themselves before the noise arrives. Now, let me show you exactly what this looks like in practice. Right now, I'm going to walk you through a full case study. Every part of this campaign, step by step, with nothing left out. The client, the eligibility process, the deal structure, the agents, the messages, the funnel, the tech stack, and how we collected payments. We've run this model across different markets and industries, and what you're about to see is one campaign, but the system behind it works the same regardless of your niche. If you choose to become a partner, you can license the full activation agent system. You don't need to build this from scratch. You just plug into what's already working and launch it into your own market. So let's get into it. Firstly, our AI business. This campaign was run through our activation agents business, Oasis 7D, which was founded in March 2023. So some important context before I move forward. This case study uses Activation Agents Lite. This is our V1 system. Right now, we're on V3, but what you're about to see proves the fundamentals. The advanced V3 details are only shared with licensed partners, which is part of what makes the partnership valuable. And the Activation Agents V3 system is called Activation Agents Inception. Now below you can see our live website where we are currently running our Activation Agents business in the Australian med spa and aesthetic clinic owners market. We just signed 2 clients a few weeks ago. The deal structure was $4K upfront each, plus a 20% rev share on the sales the agents generate. We chose to specialize exclusively in the clinical and medical space. Having owned our own clinic, we understand the nuances of the industry firsthand. That context is part of why this campaign works so well. Here are the full details. Let's go through a live case study, breaking down each step now. So the client we ran this for was PBA. The launch date was July 4th to July 7th. The industry was a medical clinic. They had been operating for 3 years and had 2 locations with 7 staff. The database size was 2,684 contacts. The total time to run and execute the campaign was 7 days, and the agents closed $111,000. If you click here, you can see a quick testimonial from that client. And just below, you can see the sales tracking sheet, which details all of the sales that the agents generated for that client. Before we ran a single message, we had to make sure that this client was qualified. So next, I'm going to run through the process that we use to protect every campaign before it launches. Now, before we touch the client's database, we ran through our eligibility process. This is the step that most people skip, and it's also the step that protects you from wasting time on the wrong clients. When clients work with us, they complete an eligibility assessment via a type form on our landing page. One of our team then calls to qualify them before we jump on a Google Meet and have the conversation about entering into a partnership. Now, here's the key points that we assess in the eligibility assessment. Number 1, we look for clean data. The database must include valid, up-to-date emails and phone numbers. Number 2, the average spend. Clients from the list should typically spend $400 to $800 plus per transaction so we can actually work with them. This gives us a higher average order value and more margin for us to take a bigger revenue share deal. Number 3, minimum contacts. The list must include at least 1,000 phone numbers and emails. This client had 2,600. Number 4, a 90-day lapse. We want to make sure that the database hasn't received any recent promotions. It's not a deal breaker, but within the last 90 days, if someone has received many messages from the business already, it's going to be difficult to have good engagement from that list. Number 5, we look for positive reputation. We want to make sure the business has strong loyalty and great reputation in the market. And a little hack to ensure that they have great reputation, you can check out their Google reviews and also their Instagram page. Number 6, the core offer. We want to make sure that the product or service that we're selling to the people on the list is proven, desirable, and in demand. Some things that we found early on was that clients actually wanted to sell the products and services that weren't moving in the business. If they weren't moving, it means that no one wants them. Now, if you have agents that try to sell those, it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to get many sales. Now, once a client passes this eligibility assessment, it's time to structure the deal. Here's exactly how that conversation goes. So, running through the deal structure, step number 1 is how we got this client. Internally, we believe in leveraged outputs only. This means paid ads and no cold outreach. Our acquisition system generates qualified leads at $40 to $50 through meta ads. Partners get access to the entire acquisition system, but I'll also show you inside of it a little later on. Number 2, closing the sale. The client booked a Google Meet call with us, and on the call, we presented the offer following our proven sales script. We closed the deal, had them sign the partnership agreement, collected the access fee, and then our team started working immediately. Number 3, the upfront investment. The upfront investment wasn't framed as a service fee. It was positioned as access to a proprietary AI system that handles everything from lead activation to conversion. This is how we're actually able to get 2 to 5K plus upfront, plus a revenue share on the back end, which is anywhere between 20 to 30+%. Number 4, we didn't offer a guarantee. Instead, we showed the client real evidence, stacks of case studies proving the model works. We framed it as, you've got thousands of leads in your database. If we can convert just $2,000 packages, your entire upfront investment is covered. It's almost completely risk off for them. We also explained that the access fee covered operational costs, specifically the infrastructure and AI agents. Most business owners understand that this technology is expensive. So here's what made it even more profitable for us. We ran everything through our revenue rack, our own physical messaging infrastructure. We didn't pay per message, no Twilio fees, no variable costs eating into our margins. That meant the majority of the $2K that we collected upfront was pure profit on our side. Number 5, the revenue share deal. On the back end, we structured a simple revenue share deal. We'll take 25% of the total revenue generated from this campaign. It was very simple: conversions, revenue, rev share. And in this case, the agents generated $111,000. The client kept $83,250, and our team took a 25% rev share, which was $27,750. Very simple. That's the deal structure. Deal signed, money collected. Now the clock starts. Next, we need to onboard the client. You see, most agencies waste the first week on back and forth emails and multiple calls trying to onboard clients. We onboard a new client in under 45 minutes, and here is how we do it. As soon as a client makes a payment, they're directed into a WhatsApp channel where our AI agent Ava onboards them and makes sure everything is set up for success. It's seamless, self-guided, and it's built for speed. Now let me explain to you what Ava actually does. Inside the WhatsApp channel, our AI support agent Ava became their personal guide. Ava then walked the client through the onboarding step by step, shared videos explaining how the campaign works, assisted the client while they completed the AI training form, provided access to the sales tracker and the sales counter, booked them in for their case study call, and last but not least, confirmed the revenue share payments and then billed them accordingly. All of this runs through Closebot for messaging and Retail AI for voice. A human can step in at any point, and the result is a world-class onboarding, no tickets, no delays, and no back and forth. Now, to get the agents built and trained, we needed information from the client. So here's how we collected everything without a single manual step. We built something called an AI training form. Once a client submits their form, it automatically will create their account, load the latest activation agent system into their account, and will populate it with everything that they submitted. You can see here, these are our AI training forms. It's very simple. The client will just click start here. And once they click start, they will then click on the subsequent buttons and will then fill out the information for their onboarding. Like I mentioned, at any point if they do need assistance, Ava is always there on WhatsApp to either assist them via text message or give them a call. Now here's what the form actually collects. Number one is the details. It's just basic info that we capture up front to align the campaign and ensure a smooth setup. Number two is CRM access. The clients can click the button and give us secure access to their CRM, where our team can export the contact list and then get ready for the activation. Number three is access. Clients grant us access to their tools in a few clicks. These are Facebook, Google Analytics, WordPress, and more. And this is all handled through a tool called 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙀𝙀 𝘼𝙘𝙀𝙀 is a great tool if you're trying to onboard clients. It gives you one-click access to all of the major platforms. Number four, domain access. Clients add us to their hosting provider or shared login details, and then we use this to map out their funnel and create their own branded domain, which the agents can then send to the clients on their list. Number five is email. We request access to tools like MailChimp to connect the email automations up. Number six is the script. Clients are provided a script to shoot videos for their dopamine conversion funnels. Number seven is packaging. Clients submit the packages they want, then our team reviews and optimizes them based on what's performed best across past campaigns. As I mentioned, we are in the aesthetic and clinic niche. So through running many campaigns, we now have a lot of data on what the best packages are to put together. If you're in a different niche, you will actually build out your own packages and your own list of products and services that are the highest converting. And we'll teach you that if you decide to become a partner. Number eight is the upsell. Clients create an upsell package to add extra revenue and increase their buyer commitment. And number nine is scheduling. We guide the client in linking their new packages to their online booking system so everything flows post-purchase. And this is a big one. We don't actually use an external booking system. We use the client's pre-existing booking system, and the agents will then redirect the new sales to book in via their system. And we'll also show you that in a second. Now, with the client onboarded and the agents trained, here's every tool that we use to run this campaign. What you'll see below is the result of years of refinement. Every tool here was chosen to solve one specific problem in the campaign flow: outreach, data tracking, re-engagement, voice, bookings, and nothing in here is by accident. Again, you don't need to know how to build this. Just know that every tool you see here plays a role in extracting more revenue from every lead in your client's database. So here's a quick overview of the tech stack that we use. Number one is Closebot. These are to run our text-based AI agents. Number two is Retail AI. These are to run our voice-based agents. Number three is Manus. This is a general purpose AI agent that helps structure and automate our campaigns. Number four is MyCRM SIM. This is how we build our revenue rack infrastructure and connect it up to the cloud. Number six is Make.com. This is the automation software that we use to glue the automations together. Number seven is WhatsApp. This is where all of our client communications will happen for the onboarding. Claude, it's just used for general setup and assistance. Number eight is Wallet Push. This is used to create mobile voucher passes, which are stored in Apple and Android wallets. I'll show you this in a little while. It's a really exciting feature that we have in our system that not many people have. Number nine is Google Sheets. This is where we set up our live sales and response tracker for each campaign. Number 10 is Crazy Egg. This is where we set up our heat mapping and session tracking to help and optimize the funnel performance. Number 11 is Google Analytics. This is where we can track conversion events and user behavior across funnels. Number 12 is Google Tag Manager. This is where we manage our scripts and track specific actions like link clicks and bookings. Number 13 is Data Quantix. This is a custom dashboard that we built to track campaign metrics and response data in real time. And number 14 is Go High Level. This is used to just connect everything together. It's used for our funnel pages, our lead routing, and then our CRM integration. So very simple, this is the tech stack that we used. This entire tech stack, the same one that generated $111,000 in 3 days, is handed to our partners as a plug-and-play system, which includes campaign flows, messaging, agents, trackers, dashboards, and onboarding systems. That means no coding, no guesswork, and no 6-month build-outs. It's everything you need to run a high-margin campaign and build your own activation agents business. Now, with the tech in place, here's how we actually structured the campaign from the database to the launch. First up is our automations and strategy. The automations behind this campaign are detailed, but here's what matters for you as a potential partner. You're not building new automations from scratch for every client. The system you built is tailored once for your entire niche. And once you understand a niche and its customers, you plug into new businesses and copy and paste the activation agent system that's already proven in that market. As a partner, you'll get a full licensed automation stack, refined over years of real campaigns, flows that improve automatically as more data comes in, and delivery that feels done for you, not figure it out yourself. All of the automations that we have runs inside a white label software suite called Activation Agents Terminal, and it's built on top of Go High Level. Now, I really would love to spend time walking you through the automations, but just to be conscious of time, the automations will be explained on my YouTube. If you go there, you'll be able to see the automation breakdown of how we actually run this, but that's a video of its own and will take anywhere between 3 to 5 hours to actually explain to you. But here's how we actually executed this campaign from a high level. Number one, we explored the database. We pulled 2,684 customers from their CRM and loaded them into the terminal. Number two, we built the automations. The AI agents, the automations, the funnels, and the copy to deliver the offer and handle communication autonomously. Number three is we actually created the offer. We framed this particular offer as 10 free $400 gift vouchers to create urgency and drive interest to the people in the database. I'll explain a little bit more about this in a second. Number four is we designed the packages. We collaborated with the client to create 6 packages, 3 high-ticket packages and 3 low-ticket packages based on her best sellers. And number 5, we launched our agents. We launched to the entire list, and within 72 hours, we had 928 responses and cleared $111,000 in sales with no ad spend. Now, let me show you the agents we deployed and exactly what each one was responsible for. It's time to meet your AI agents. 2 types of AI agents ran this entire campaign. 1 voice-based and 1 text-based. The business had 2,684 leads in their database, and each one was assigned 2 dedicated agents. That's the equivalent of deploying 5,368 salespeople working around the clock, never missing a follow-up for this business. These agents didn't just blast messages, they held real conversations, handled objections, answered questions, and guided leads all the way to the sale. Here's a quick breakdown of the agents we deployed and the exact roles they played in this campaign. So I'm going to break down the voice agents first. Number 1 is the receptionist agent. This voice agent handles all incoming calls from leads in the database who have questions about the campaign. This agent is equipped with campaign-specific knowledge and handles FAQs, like what's included in the offer, when it's valid till, etc., booking requests, general guidance through the sales page, plus reassurance and clarification in a professional and friendly tone. Number 2 is the sales agent. If a lead visits the funnel page but doesn't convert, this agent steps in. Its job is simple. Move the prospect from a logical brain to an emotional brain to motivate them to actually buy the treatments and services. It will also explain the offer again in a consultative way and will walk them through the entire booking and payment process and will then close the sale directly on the call. Pretty simple. Number 3 is the booking agent. Some clients pay but don't complete their booking. This agent calls them post-payment to confirm the transaction and will guide them through booking their appointment whilst answering any last-minute questions, and then will continue to follow them up until the booking is marked as confirmed in the clinic's calendar. Number 3 are our text-based agents that run through CloseBot. Number 1 is the activation agent. The activation agent sends the perfect first message via WhatsApp or SMS to re-engage those leads and turn lost opportunities into paying clients. Number 2 is the follow-up agent. This agent will automatically deliver 4 key follow-up messages to every lead who didn't respond, and they're scheduled at specific times. These are very important if you're trying to build an activation agent business on your own. Number 1 is 10 minutes after they receive the first message. Number 2 is an hour later. Number 3 is 9 a.m. the next day. And number 4 is 6 p.m. the following day as well. These are proven times that we've tested over many years. And during these periods of times is where we see the highest conversion rates for the follow-up messages. Number 3 is the escalation agent. When the conversation reaches a critical point, it can instantly trigger a voice agent to call the lead, providing real-time answers, building trust, and moving them straight to the close. Now, here's how all 6 agents work together in a sequence. Number 1, the lead enters the conversation and communicates with the activation agent. The activation agent will then capture the buyer intent in real time through the conversation. And if a lead visits the funnel but does not buy, the sales agent will then call them. If they buy but don't book, the booking agent will follow up. And number 5, throughout, the receptionist agent will handle all inbound traffic to reduce the support load. This is how they all work together. Together, these agents replace appointment setters, manual follow-ups, and support staff entirely. The entire sales process runs automatically, consistently, at scale, around the clock. Now, here's what the agents actually said. This is the real source. And this is the part most people in the space will never actually show you. So what messages are you actually sending to get these conversations, Caleb? Well, here they are. Our entire message strategy is built around one core idea: reciprocity. Not how do we take, but what can we give first? If Nike offered you a $400 gift voucher, you'd feel naturally pulled to use it, wouldn't you? And that's reciprocity in action. Give something valuable first, then invite the person to respond. Once you understand reciprocity, the structure becomes simple. At the core of Activation Agents Lite, we run a 4-day message sequence similar to a strategic chess game. Each day has a purpose, each message is a deliberate move. Over 4 days, our text agents create urgency, filter buyer intent, and move the right people into high-margin packages before the window closes. No 2 messages are identical because the AI personalizes to each lead, but the flow is the same. Give first, build desire, add urgency, and make it easy for the lead to say yes. In this next section, you're going to see the full 4-day message flow. Now, I want to be clear as well. These are just a rough idea of how they look. Obviously, we're training AI agents to send this out, so the messages will obviously vary depending on the conversation the client has with the agent. Number 1 is the warm-up message. Now, we're going to be sending messages from a new number that customers haven't seen before. So if we launch straight into an offer, it'll likely be ignored or marked as spam. So instead, we send a soft touch message introducing the business and will include a direct link to their business's Instagram profile. This immediately builds trust, confirms the number is real, and increases the chances that follow-up messages actually get read. It's very subtle, but it sets the entire campaign up for success. Now think about this. If you're sending a message from a new number to a client, it's very unlikely they will respond to a spam type of message. But if they get a message like this, hey, it's April from PBA, Caleb. We've got something very exciting dropping in the next 24 hours. Just messaging you from our new loyalty number so you don't miss it. Until then, check out what we've been up to, and then we insert the IG link, right? So this is just, again, warming up the number, warming up the lead, building trust with that number. So then when we send the message the next day, they're able to then say, hey, I've got the message before, I can see it's from the actual business. Number 2 is the opening move. The opening move was all about setting the tone, sparking demand, and instantly segmenting the database by buyer intent. We launched with 3 premium, high-ticket packages, intentionally positioned to attract the most serious clients. This wasn't about casting a wide net, it was a precision strike. The message was personal, urgent, and delivered through our text agent to create immediate curiosity and trust. And within minutes, replies started flowing in. Those who responded yes entered the funnel, while everyone else was quietly tracked for retargeting. Behind the scenes, our system began collecting powerful insight. Who clicked, who hesitated, who ignored. Every piece of data was used to shape day 4's messaging, setting up the rest of the campaign for a win. So here's how the day 2 message actually looked. It's April again, Caleb. To celebrate the launch of our new rewards program, I'm giving away 10 times $400 gift vouchers to a few of my favorite clients, and you came to mind. They're only valid for 60 minutes or until they're all claimed. Would you like one? Just reply yes. P.S. I know it sounds wild, but it's 100% real. You can message us on IG to confirm, and you'll see a video of me on the next page. Pretty simple. Moving into number 3. This is the message that we call the Sicilian defense. So this is actually a chess move, and it's where I got the name from. After the initial surge of interest from day 2, we then pulled the offer. The move was simple but powerful. They're gone. This created immediate FOMO, prompting people to question whether they'd missed out on something real and valuable. We wanted clients to talk, speculate, and feel a little regret. Behind the scenes, we were reviewing every response, who said yes but didn't buy, why, and that data shaped day 4. The Sicilian defense is about setting the board for the final play. The message looks something a little like this. All the vouchers have now been claimed. Congratulations to those who secured one. I'm so sorry if you missed out, Caleb, but I hope to see you at the clinic soon, April. Very simple. Day number 4 is the final move designed to clean up, convert, and capitalize. By this stage, every message, click, and yes has mapped out who's ready to buy and who's hesitating. Checkmate uses that insight to deliver one last strategic push, this time featuring lower ticket packages built for those priced out of the original offer. Our AI agents step back in to re-engage the warm leads, deliver personalized nudges, and position a final, time-sensitive opportunity. The goal is simple: turn hesitation into action and squeeze every last dollar out of the campaign. The message looked a little like this. Over the past 24 hours, I've had so many messages from clients who missed out because the original packages weren't a right fit, Caleb. To make this right, I'm releasing 10 more $400 vouchers, this time for new, lower price packages that might suit you better. If you'd still like one, just reply yes, and I'll send you the link to book in, April. Very simple. On day 2, we made $89,000, and on day 4, we made $22,000. Every message is written to spark urgency, trigger emotion, and drive action without sounding like marketing. Replies are used to segment buys in real time, so agents know who to push, who to nurture, and who to follow up. Messages feel like they're from a human because they're just enhanced by AI. The agents start the conversation, but where does the money actually get collected? Here's the funnel that we used to close the sales. Now, the AI's job is to start the conversation, build desire, and move the lead toward the offer. But the payment itself is collected inside a funnel we built specifically for this type of activation campaign. Introducing to you the dopamine conversion funnel. This is the page that collected every dollar. Since Activation Agents Lite, we've developed a new version that performs 20% better on average. We've tested dozens of funnel builds. The one that wins every time is the simplest. The dopamine conversion funnel is stripped back by design and engineered to trigger instant action with zero friction. In the client's campaign, we deployed 2 versions of the dopamine conversion funnel. One for day 2, the opening move, and a variation for day 4, which is checkmate. While the structure remained the same, we refreshed the visuals and the messaging to make each funnel feel like a brand new experience. This approach allowed us to move fast and scale results without adding friction or complexity. Below, you'll see exactly how we structured the dopamine conversion funnel and why it was able to work so well. So again, above you saw the messages that the agent sent. After they actually activated the lead and engaged with them, if the lead was interested in the offer, the agents will then send them a link to the funnels that we're about to go through. So on day 2, which is the opening move, the funnels looked exactly like this. So you can see here, it's very simple. We have a video from the owner of the business and just a little text here which says claim your $400 gift voucher. Click the button, and once you click the button, you move into the second funnel page step. It just has a clear indication here of the steps that you need to take in order to claim the offer and the packages. The packages are clearly written below here, and just a simple form on the right-hand side. Once that form is filled, they're then taken to the booking page, where they will then be directed to book in for that particular treatment or service that they've purchased. Again, there's agents at every step on voice and text, helping the lead go through this entire process and making sure that they build trust, convert, and actually book in. So now onto the day 4 funnels. You can see the day 4 funnels look very much the same as the original funnels, just with a slight design change. The only thing that we changed inside of these funnels were the new lower price packages which we offer to these clients. Again, the agents were here to assist, to ensure that trust was built, the conversion happened, and the client booked in. As you can see, the dopamine conversion funnel removes all distractions, no nav bars, no extra buttons, just the offer and a payment form. The pages are also optimized to load in 1.7 seconds with bold copy, social proof, and urgency cues. Every funnel is tightly connected to the AI agents, triggering automated follow-ups the moment a user interacts or drops off. Now let's move on to the gift vouchers. Every customer in the campaign receives a digital gift voucher that's instantly saved to the Apple or Android wallet. It's not just a nice extra, it's one of the most powerful conversion tools in the entire system. Sitting next to their boarding passes and bank cards, it keeps your offer top of mind in a way almost nobody in this space is doing. Every time they open their wallet, they see it, it feels real, it feels claimed, too valuable to ignore. Redemption is just as seamless. Staff scan the QR code at the front desk, and that single scan automatically confirms the redemption, tags and tracks the customer, and kicks off any follow-up sequences needed. No manual data entry, no confusion, and no awkward "how do we redeem this" moments. Here's a very clear image of how the gift vouchers look. So we can see the left-hand side, we have the QR code on the front of the voucher, and then if you click the little eye on the bottom right, it flips the pass over, and then you're able to see the back of the voucher, which shows your custom values for the person who the voucher belongs to, the treatment they chose, the package they chose, the deposit they paid, etc. Now again, if you're in another niche, say you're selling products instead, you may not have a voucher that looks like this. It may be structured and look a little different, but same sort of concept. Now moving on to the gift voucher wallet pass benefits. So number 1 is push notifications. Once installed, we can send push notifications straight to the customer's lock screen. Nudges to book, upsells, reminders, and all without any SMS costs. Number 2 is purchase info. On the rear of the voucher, we included the customer's selected package, payment amount, and voucher details, so when they arrive in store, staff can instantly verify the offer and deliver the service without confusion. Number 3 is frictionless redemption. Staff scan the QR code, enter a PIN, and the voucher is marked as redeemed, triggering real-time updates in the sales tracker and a live notification to the business owner. The client sees every redemption happen in real time. And this is how you build a dialed-in customer experience and client experience that feels seamless on both ends and makes your job as an AI business owner frictionless. Now let me show you the piece of the model that makes the margins almost unbelievable, and this is honestly my favorite part: the revenue rack. At the core of our zero per message cost system is something we call the revenue rack. It's a custom-built rack of physical phones that completely removes per message fees. This is not theory, it's real hardware, and it's the reason our activation agents campaigns run at 90% plus profit margins. You can see here, this is my revenue rack. We have 21 phones in total, and these are the phones that our text-based agents use to actually send messages to the people in the database. Now again, I'll explain how the revenue rack works, and we'll show you how we're actually able to save so much money by running the messages through the system. So here's how our rack works. We use 21 dual SIM Android phones, each loaded with eSIMs that allow us to send unlimited messages. We purchased 42 SIM cards from 9 eSIM, 2 SIM cards per phone, and this is a provider that supports up to 50 eSIM profiles per card. These cards are loaded into the phones, giving us access to 1,000 potential numbers across different regions. For this campaign, we used our Australian eSIM partner, more.com.au, and we purchased 20 eSIMs at $20 each with a total cost of $400. We then connect the revenue rack to my CRM SIM for digital control, and we're ready to go. So I just want to reiterate that just to be perfectly clear. We have our Galaxy A06 phones in here. Instead of putting a physical SIM card in it, we put in a 9 eSIM SIM card. We custom order these from the internet. Those physical SIM cards allow you to store up to 50 eSIM profiles per card. That means that you can store up to 100 numbers per phone. That allows you to then use the eSIMs to send messages to the customers in the database for only $20 per eSIM. Pretty crazy. So instead of paying per message cost on Twilio, you now can just use your revenue rack infrastructure and the agents will launch through that. Once activated, these numbers become the infrastructure your text-based AI agents use to close sales in the campaign. Now let's talk about sending limits and optimization. To keep everything running clean and under the radar, we cap how many messages each number sends and receives. So for SMS, we found that we can send roughly 300 messages per day per number, which is roughly around 10,000 messages a month. And we have automation rules in place to make sure that we do not exceed these. On WhatsApp, we can send around a message every 2 minutes, up to about 300 messages a day. Again, it prevents bans while we deliver at scale, and we have an automation rule that ensures we don't exceed carrier thresholds. We can also rotate these eSIM profiles to match the region of each new client and keep the delivery rates high. Here's why it matters. Once your revenue rack is live, you can sign unlimited clients and run fully automated outreach, no per message costs, no Twilio fees, and no scaling issues. It transforms your business from a risk-on business to a risk-off business. That means you can test unlimited offers, niches, and strategies without spending $1 to prove the concept. That is true leverage. And I want to spend just a second explaining this in detail. Generally, if you're running an activation business, say you collect $5K up front, that will generally go towards the cost of messages. Now with a revenue rack, you can pocket that $5K up front, and then you can just run the campaign from your revenue rack, which will only cost you $20 per SIM. So the beautiful thing about that is that you can actually work with businesses as well who have a database and maybe don't have the spend to work with you. So you can do a pure profit share deal. It could be maybe a 60-40 split. They don't pay anything up front, but because you're running it through your revenue rack, you can run the entire campaign for little to no cost and then do a 40% rev share with them. Really, the revenue rack has opened up the entire world for you to run this business as you please and scale it without feeling any risk whatsoever when you sign a client. It's a super powerful addition to our entire system. Now, with sales coming in fast across multiple days, we needed a way to track every dollar in real time, and here is the system that we built. So let's go through our sales tracking system. Introducing the Dual Sales Tracking System. It gives instant sales updates, automates all reporting, and turns the entire activation into a live revenue dashboard. Everyone knows exactly what's being closed, what's pending, and what's coming next. We have 2 trackers. Our live sales tracker, which is via a Google Sheet. As soon as the client's campaign went live, we activated our real-time live sales tracker to capture every sale. This sheet updated automatically the moment a client paid, a booking was confirmed, and upsells were processed. Behind the scenes, Go High Level and Make.com synced all key actions into the sheet. That meant no manual entry and no delays. Number 2 is our sales counter. So it's the same setup as the gift voucher that I just showed you, but instead this gets installed on the clinic owner's phone, or in your case, whatever business or niche you're running. To make the sales tracking addictive, we created the sales counter. Built to feel like a live slot machine, once saved to your Apple or Android wallet, every sale triggers an instant push notification straight to your phone and the business owner's phone. The business owner that we worked with, every time a sale was closed, her phone pinged with an exciting sale notification. Tapping it revealed the buyer's name, the package they chose, and the amount paid. On the back of the wallet pass, a live counter showed the total campaign revenue, which you can see here. The latest buyer information was also listed, and a quick link to the Google Sheet, which is below here, which they can access in real time. Throughout the campaign, these trackers kept the client in the loop while we ran the engine in the background. Every notification was a reminder the agents were working and that she was generating revenue without lifting a finger. Revenue tracking is one thing, campaign intelligence is another. Now here's how we monitored performance and optimized the campaign in real time. To run elite level campaigns, you need more than AI and automation, you need clarity. That's why we built 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙤𝙯𝙞, our in-house analytics dashboard designed to track this activation agent's campaign from start to finish. We plug in all the core data streams so you can see everything in one place. How many leads were activated, who engaged, clicked, booked, how much revenue is collected per offer, per campaign, per client. And it's a tool that allows you to really understand what's going on within every component of the campaign. To set this up correctly, we use tools such as Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, Crazy Egg, and then we also collect agent message data from Closebot and Retail AI. This gives us a full spectrum view of how users interact with every element, from the funnel to follow-ups to the final booking. We've integrated Claude directly into the backend as a live data analyst. It translates every metric and trend into simple, actionable feedback, where drop-offs happen, which packages underperform, and how to lift conversion rates in real time. Now you can see here a quick dashboard screenshot of how our 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙯 looks. Again, while a campaign is running, there's live data being sent into this system, and then we can see the updates in real time. For this campaign, 𝘼𝙘𝙘𝙯 let us optimize the dopamine conversion funnel in real time, identify and fix weak conversion zones fast, and adjust the agent scripting as data came in. The result was a high-performance feedback loop that helped us drive $111,000 in 72 hours. Again, no ad spend and no guesswork. The campaign closes, the revenue comes in. Now here's how we automated our revenue share collection so we never had to chase a payment. Collecting revenue share. One of the earliest problems we knew we needed to solve was billing. When you're collecting thousands in revenue share, chasing payments manually becomes a bottleneck. So we removed ourselves from the process entirely. Here's how we automated it. Once the client signed, our system connected directly to Stripe. A simple backend calculates rev share based upon closed sales and automatically bills the client on a set schedule. To give the business breathing room, payments are triggered in 3 intervals: week 2, week 4, and week 6. So again, we've launched a campaign for a client, we've taken the $2K up front, we've then made $111K. We will then bill them every 2, 4, and 6 weeks to get our revenue share, as that will then give them enough time to actually get the customers in to collect the payments. The softwares that we used to build this system were High Level, Google Sheets, and Make.com. We use High Level to track the conversions, Google Sheets for revenue calculations, and then Make.com to automate the communication between the billing and the workflows. Now, 24 hours before any payment, the client receives a message in their WhatsApp business channel with the amount due, a confirmation prompt, and a secure link to approve. This is sent by Ava. This means no awkward follow-ups, no payment delays, and every client gets a custom billing schedule that works for them. Now, one final thing before we wrap up the case study, a look at where this model is heading next. I want to now introduce you to Manus. Manus is the world's first functional general AI agent. And while traditional workflows still rely on humans to build campaigns manually, Manus is becoming our entire delivery team, handling large, repetitive tasks that normally take hours. Manus is trained on a task like a human would be. Then it takes control of your mouse and completes the task right in front of you. It's pretty amazing. For years, building activation agents systems required detailed planning and careful execution. But with Manus, we're entering a new era. AI doesn't just give information, it completes tasks. Our bold vision is to achieve 90% campaign automation within the next 12 months, with the final 10% check by a human before we launch. This client's campaign predates our full Manus integration, but as our systems evolve, future campaigns will be built automatically by AI and quality checked by a single human before launch. Manus will fundamentally change how this model operates, not just for us, but for every activation agent's partner in the network. That's the full campaign, start to finish, nothing left out. I hope you enjoyed the case study. Now let's talk about why this is the most important time to be running an activation agent's business. So the question is, why start an activation agent's business right now? Well, here are the most important reasons. Number one, undeniable proof that the timing is perfect. I've been running database activations since 2018, and I built two of Australia's fastest growing businesses in their niches, a clinic and a gym, and I made my first million at 23 from large scale activations. On the left-hand side, you can see one of my businesses. This was F45 Training Dairyment. We had 298 5-star reviews. We absolutely smashed it, and we had such an amazing business. On the right-hand side is a photo of me and my wife. We also owned one of Australia's fastest growing clinics at the time. Back then, activating 1,000 leads took a 4-person sales team working full-time for a week, and we still couldn't reach everyone. Today, you can activate 100,000 leads with 0 humans involved. There's never been a moment in history where one person could deploy thousands of intelligent, human-like sales reps, selling and closing at scale using nothing more than a laptop. Now, as I mentioned, this video is not for me to sell you. It's for me to show you the data and show you the insights on what my team and I have found. We are now able to activate thousands of leads for almost 0 cost using an entire human-like sales team. Number 2 is you can run these activations at 0 cost. As a partner, we help you build your own revenue rack. A revenue rack is a rack of physical phones that your text-based AI agents use to send messages at 0 per message cost. We call these our money printers. I've already been through that, but this is really one of the biggest reasons that you should start an activation agent's business right now. The cost to get into this model and to run it has never been this accessible. With activation agents, the moment you sign a client, you can actually feel excited. You keep the money you collect up front because you're not pouring it into messaging costs just to run your text-based agents. You plug into a proven delivery system that works all the time, every time, without draining your profits. Number 3 is this model is recession-proof. Number 1, there will always be people who need to buy products and services even in hard economic times. Number 2, there will always be small business owners with a customer database sitting in their CRM, untouched and full of opportunity. In the worst case scenario, this model still works because you could partner with a struggling small business on a pure revenue share deal, plug in your activation agents into their database, and let the AI do all of the sales conversations. The business delivers what gets sold, and you earn directly from the revenue share that it brought in. Because your messages run through your own revenue rack, the cost per message stays near 0, and that means you can run huge outreach and sales volume without financial risk to yourself or your business. This is why this business does not break when the market changes. It actually thrives in it. Whether the economy goes up or down, buyers still buy and businesses still have databases, and that keeps this model future safe. Number 4, this business is not about AI theories. Most of what's being sold online right now isn't an AI business. It's an AI theory. Workflows, agents, and systems that look impressive in a Loom video, but aren't proven business models that put real money in the bank for you. Activation agents is different. This is not a concept or a nice slide deck. It is a working business model that my team and I run every single day and that our partners are using right now to scale real businesses with access to real databases and are generating real revenue. Now, number 5 is this business self-upgrades. So here's a key idea that I really want you to understand. As AI improves, your activation agent's business improves automatically. Think about what happens over time. A better model is released and your text-based agents instantly become smarter in conversations. Voice AI becomes more human and your calls convert at a higher rate. We have watched this in real time. 12 months ago, voice agents sounded annoying and robotic, and today they are incredibly natural. Our conversion rates increase more than 20% without having to change a thing. You're not just building a business, you're building a compounding asset. Every improvement in AI adds to your advantage. Your costs stay almost flat, but your agents become more persuasive, more efficient, and more scalable. That is the real power of activation agents. Now, the case study you read is just proof. The model works, the timing is right, and the system is ready for you to deploy. Now that is it. That is everything you need to know about the Activation Agent system. That is a case study breaking down every component and how it works. I've also presented you 5 arguments on why you should actually start an Activation Agents business today. Now let's look at some social proof. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already, but 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙀𝙗 was asked on Diary of a CEO, what business would you start with $1,000, Alex? And he described using AI to run activations for businesses on a revenue share model. That's exactly what we do. Now the difference is, instead of sending emails, which get roughly 12 to 20% open rates, we use text messages at 0 per message cost. They consistently hit 90% plus open rates. So you can just imagine how much more effective the campaigns are when you're running messages instead of emails like 𝘼𝙘𝙩𝙀 has said. You can click below to watch the clip if you'd like to do that in your own time. We were also featured by 𝘼𝙘𝙀𝙩𝙀𝙀, who is the #1 AI-focused YouTuber globally. And after surveying over 100,000 of the top AI businesses, he ranked the Activation Agents model in the top 8 most profitable AI models on the planet. You can watch that feature here. We also have some results from our Activation Agents partners: Jessica 8K, Darcy 12K, Michelle 22K, Jeremy 75K, Victoria 98K, April 190K. We also have Sarah, who's about to do her first launch, John, who's about to do his first launch, Ismail, who's about to do his first launch, Eric, who's about to do his first launch, Aiden, who's about to do his first launch. These are real partners and real success stories. If you want to learn more about it, just click down here and you can open up our partner success storyboard. Now, before we come to a close, I want to show you an AI business model comparison. You're obviously an intelligent person who is likely looking at some other AI business models in the market. So I wanted to actually take some time and show you a comparison chart that I made for myself and my partners to just show you the facts and articulate the differences between the types of different models that are available in the market right now that are actually picking up some steam. So number 1, we have the AI automation agency model. Number 2 is the SAL white labeled AI software model. Number 3 is the AI assisted agency model. Number 4 is AI freelancing. Number 5 is AI audits. Number 6 is AI receptionist. Number 7 is an AI transformation partner. Now you can see here in this graph, I've clearly laid out some key components that you need to consider. Here we have the skill level needed to actually run the model, how you get clients, how fast you get paid, how stable is the income, and can one client reach 20K a month. Below is what you do after the sale, the time you need to spend on that model per week to make it successful, how easy it is to scale, the stress you'll be experiencing over time, what breaks first, and then below we have the upfront cost to start, what you must keep doing to get results, how easy it is to explain to clients, what happens if AI tools evolve, and how protected your business is long-term against the evolution of AI. I want to be respectful of your time, but you have a high level of intelligence and can actually go through these charts by yourself and do a comparison based upon these. I'm just going to spend a few moments talking about how the Activation Agents model compares to the others, and then here you can take the time to make your own assessment. So in terms of skill level needed, for Activation Agents, it's quite a low skill level because you're licensing a proven system. How you get clients, our partners are currently acquiring clients for $30 to $40 running meta ads. How fast you get paid? You get paid extremely fast. It's usually an upfront payment anywhere between 2 to 10K plus a revenue share. Number 3 is how stable is the income? It's very high stability because you're actually running 3 to 4 activations per year per customer, and those customers always come back to you for another activation after you've run one because they've just had a huge injection and it becomes quite addictive for them. Can one client reach 20K a month? Yes, you can review the case study below to prove that. Now, next up is what you do after the sale. So you follow a step-by-step guide and set up your Activation Agent system for a client in under 8 hours, so pretty quick. The time per week you need to spend is anywhere between 15 to 20 hours. How easy is it to scale? As you can see from everything we've been through, it's quite easy to scale this due to the revenue rack and the way that we've set up the systems. The stress you'll be experiencing over time, it's quite low because it's a licensed model. You don't have to try and work things out yourself. Everything is pre-built and ready for you to license and run. What breaks first? It's generally too many clients on the wait list, and then you need to scale your delivery and your revenue rack, and I want to be upfront with that now. So what breaks first? It's generally that you will have too many clients on your waitlist, and then you need to actually scale up your delivery. So the delivery will break when you run out of storage on your revenue rack system and you actually need more phones. And by then, you can just scale up your phone system by purchasing more phones. So what's the upfront cost to start? For activation agents, it's a low to medium cost. Our partners will generally recoup their entire upfront investment within one activation. What you must keep doing to get results: run agents that improve autonomously. How easy is it to explain to clients? It's super easy. We will take your database, run AI agents, close sales on a revenue share deal. That's it. So what happens if AI tools evolve? Very simple. Our team will adapt the system and send you an update for that one. So how protected are you long-term? You're extremely protected because you have a team behind you helping run and scale this business and updating it as the market evolves. Now you've seen the full picture, the model, the campaign, the proof, and how it compares to everything else out there. So before I share with you a partnership invitation, I want to share something personal. Here's a little founder's note from myself. By now, you're probably asking the obvious question: Caleb, if it's so good, why are you sharing this? Here's the real answer. We're building a data company. Every activation agent's deployment generates new insights that make the system smarter and more effective. The more partners using it, the more powerful it becomes. We could keep this to ourselves, but that would limit what we're building. By opening it to a select group of partners, we're scaling something bigger, a global infrastructure that evolves with AI in real time. And for me, this mission is personal. I left Australia 3 years ago, and in my first week away, I wrote one line in my notebook: build something that helps people transition into the new AI economy. I believe most people will be replaced with AI, but a few will use it to create real freedom. If I can help even a handful make that shift, launch a real business, work from anywhere, build real income, I've achieved what I set out to build. And honestly, this isn't about selling a dream, it's about helping people build something real before the rest of the world wakes up. And right now, as a founder, it makes me so proud to have partners in every continent running the activation agent system and generating revenue share deals. Now, if you're ready to build your own activation agents business, here's exactly how to take that next step. Number one, you can take all the information I've just shared with you and build your own business without us. But if you would like to build with us, I would love to extend an invitation to you. You've seen exactly how the model works. Now here's how you can build with us and license the system. We've created an opportunity for a select group of people to license the activation agent system. My team and I will walk you through every step from landing your first client to running your first campaign and collecting your first revenue share. So what's included in the license? A full mentorship program, the exact systems and agents we use, group coaching and one-on-one support, plus direct access to me, a fully white label software suite to run your business, a community of partners all building activation agents businesses, and everything you need to sign your first client and launch your first campaign within 60 days. Very simple. Now the partnership is invite only, and there are currently over 1,000 people on the wait list. But we left this here for people who actually read the playbook, and you found it. That tells us something. You can skip the waitlist entirely by filling out the application form below. And if you qualify, you won't need to wait 2 to 3 months like everyone else. And this is just because you've made your way through the playbook, and we can see that you're actually serious about running this model. Before I sign off, if you would like to become a partner, it's very simple. Just book a time here via the Calendly, fill out the quick questionnaire, and you'll be able to meet with one of our team, and we will give you a demo inside of the entire activation agent system, and we'll show you how we're able to help you build a profitable AI business. My name is Caleb G, that is Activation Agents, and I look forward to seeing you inside the partnership.